The LGM-30 Minuteman III stands as one of the most powerful symbols of modern nuclear deterrence, a silent guardian buried deep beneath the American landscape, waiting in hardened silos. It doesn't patrol the skies like bombers or sail across oceans like submarines, yet its presence alone has shaped global strategy for decades. Designed during the height of the Cold War, this intercontinental ballistic missile, or ICBM, was built with one primary purpose: to ensure that any nuclear attack against the United States would be met with overwhelming retaliation. To understand why the Minuteman III matters, you have to step into the logic of deterrence itself. Nuclear deterrence isn't about using weapons, it's about preventing their use. The idea is simple but chilling. If an enemy knows that launching a nuclear strike will guarantee their own destruction, they are far less likely to attack in the first place. This concept, often referred to as mutually assured destruction, became the backbone of strategic stability between superpowers like the United States and the Soviet Union. The Minuteman III plays a critical role in what's known as the nuclear triad, three delivery systems that ensure a country can respond to a nuclear attack under any circumstances. These include land-based missiles like the Minuteman III, submarine-launched ballistic missiles, and strategic bombers. Each leg of the triad has its own strengths, but the Minuteman III offers something unique: immediate readiness. Unlike bombers that need to take off or submarines that must be positioned correctly, these missiles are always on alert, capable of launching within minutes. Developed in the late 1960s, the Minuteman III was an evolution of earlier Minuteman missiles. It introduced multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles, or MIRVs, allowing a single missile to carry several nuclear warheads, each aimed at a different target. This dramatically increased its effectiveness and made it far more difficult for any enemy defense system to stop. Even today, despite arms control agreements reducing the number of warheads per missile, the system remains highly capable and precise. What makes the Minuteman III especially formidable is its speed and range. Once launched, it travels at speeds exceeding 24,000 km per hour, reaching targets thousands of kilometers away in roughly 30 minutes. Its flight path takes it out of the atmosphere and back down again in a ballistic trajectory, making interception extremely difficult. By the time an adversary detects the launch, there is very little time to react. But perhaps the most fascinating aspect of the Minuteman III isn't its destructive power, it's the human element behind it. Deep underground, in secure launch control centers, highly trained officers stand watch 24 hours a day. These crews operate under strict protocols and require multiple layers of authorization before any launch can occur. The system is designed to prevent accidental or unauthorized use, ensuring that such a decision can only be made at the highest levels of command. The reliability of the Minuteman III is another key factor in its role as a deterrent. Over the years, the missile has undergone numerous upgrades to keep it effective in a rapidly changing technological landscape. From improved guidance systems to enhanced security features, the United States has invested heavily in maintaining its readiness. Regular test launches, often conducted from Vandenberg Space Force Base, demonstrate its continued reliability and accuracy. Despite its age, the Minuteman III remains a cornerstone of U.S. strategic defense. However, it is not without controversy. Critics argue that land-based ICBMs are vulnerable because their fixed locations are known, potentially making them targets in a first strike. Others question whether such weapons are still necessary in a world where nuclear tensions have evolved. Supporters, on the other hand, believe that their very vulnerability strengthens deterrence, as it forces rapid decision-making and ensures that no adversary can eliminate the U.S. nuclear arsenal in a single attack. Looking ahead, the Minuteman III is expected to be gradually replaced by a new system known as the LGM-35 Sentinel. This modernization effort aims to address aging infrastructure and incorporate advanced technologies to maintain strategic balance well into the future. Yet even as new systems are developed, the legacy of the Minuteman III continues to influence how nations think about security and power. The presence of these missiles also raises profound ethical and philosophical questions. Can true peace be built on the threat of total destruction? Is deterrence a necessary evil, or does it perpetuate a cycle of fear? These are questions that policymakers, scholars, and citizens alike continue to debate. What's clear is that the Minuteman III is more than just a weapon, it's a symbol of an era, a strategy, and a mindset that has defined international relations for generations. In many ways, the Minuteman III operates in the shadows. It's rarely seen, rarely discussed in everyday conversation, yet it remains one of the most significant elements of global security. Its existence is a reminder of both humanity's technological achievements and its capacity for destruction. The balance it represents is delicate, maintained not by trust, but by the certainty of consequences. For viewers trying to understand modern military power, the Minuteman III offers a compelling case study. It shows how strategy, technology, and psychology intersect in the realm of defense. It highlights the importance of readiness, the complexity of command systems, and the ongoing need for stability in a world where nuclear weapons still exist. And perhaps most importantly, it underscores a paradox at the heart of nuclear deterrence: the most powerful weapons are those that are never used. The Minuteman III doesn't need to launch to fulfill its mission. Its success lies in its silence, in the fact that its presence alone can prevent conflict. As long as nuclear weapons remain part of global arsenals, systems like the Minuteman III will continue to play a role. Whether as a safeguard, a warning, or a relic of a tense past, its impact cannot be ignored. It stands as a constant reminder of what is at stake, and why maintaining peace, however fragile, is always worth the effort.